All right, boys, here's the plan today. I am going to show you all the stuff that I am doing to prepare for week number 2 and all of the additions adding tomorrow. Caveat is the fact that this will be a theme throughout the pretty much the rest of this whole thing. Um, there's tons of stuff that I still can't eat and won't be adding. So you won't be seeing some of the things that you guys can enjoy, but I'm going to show you some of the top things that I grabbed to expand the diet for next week. Here's the other thing: is I'm leaving Tuesday for basically the next 2 weeks, so most of this will not be at home. So a lot of it is kind of like dry stuff, non-perishable stuff, and whatnot. But here's the crown jewel. Okay, right here, some eggs. I will definitely have those, but that's not the crowning thing this week. So in this bag, I have 72 hamburger patties. So I'm working at the state fair. This is the third time I've done this, and I've done this exact same thing. It's been my third time doing this. So what's notable about this, though, is I am moving down to the 85-15, okay? I'm also probably going to smoke these and then freeze them, and so they're pre-cooked and ready for me to go every day. So that's also going to lose a little bit more fat, but that's intentional. So tiny bit leaner, but these are going to be my protein source for basically 11 days straight. Okay. I went with the 85-15, like I said, because all the other stuff that we're adding in this week and that I have sitting here is extremely high fat and low protein. Okay. So I'm going to compensate because I feel like the meats that I have been eating this week have been a pretty good balance between the fat and the protein. But adding in all of this other stuff that I want to enjoy just for variety's sake, basically that's what I'm doing instead. I'm not going to be eating the same things I ate this past week and adding more fat onto that. No, I'm going to actually lean up some of the animal foods, some of the protein that I'm eating, and add in just some other variety in the other fats. All right. So also, fun fact for you, Aldi has creatine now. So go get yourself some Aldi creatine. Cute little can here. All right. So, and this is not pertaining to next week, because I might enjoy these tonight, but I found some mussels at Natural Grocers that I'm going to be trying these. That'll be fun. Okay, so basically I have 3 ingredients that I'm adding in, and this is just a bunch of different varieties of those 3 ingredients. For me, that is coconut, olive, and cacao, chocolate. Okay. I bought some coffee too. You guys are all in for avocado would be the other big one for the fatty fruits, and then the whole gamut of dairy. Those are 2 things that I personally can't have, but I am happy that you guys are going to be able to enjoy that. That's milk, that's cheese, that's cream. Oh, I will be using some butter for a few things. But here's what we got. So I'm actually going to walk through quite a few of these because some of these are like staple things that we have at our house all the time. So this is a coconut milk from Walmart. Okay? Walmart of all places. The reason we like this is because a lot of coconut milks have gum in them, and this is a gum-free. So this is literally ingredients: organic coconut milk and water. Right down here. I don't know if you can see that. No gum, but also this is one that like is it doesn't get hard and separate quite as much as some of the canned ones. I do have some canned ones I'm going to show you here, used for different stuff, but Jill uses this in her coffee all the time. This is probably one of the best uses for something like this. But Walmart, pro tip, Walmart's got these things. Then other coconut things. So got some shredded coconut. I'm going to do multiple things with this. Have some on hand just for like snacking. I'm probably going to throw some of this in the food processor and make a coconut butter. Probably have to add some coconut oil into that to, make that consistency a little different. I might take some of those and pour them into little molds and freeze them as little, like crunchy snack type things. And then my last use of this, I'm going to hang on and tell you at the end. One more coconut thing. This right here, okay? This stuff is magical, okay? So this is, at a high level, this is coconut oil, okay? This is a specific, technically it is highly refined coconut oil. Maybe Alex can explain this a different day, but this C8, so that how I understand this from a very basic, non-smart perspective, is that's referring to the carbon strand that they essentially separated. So this is what's called caprylic acid. None of that really matters, other than this is like rocket fuel, okay? So all of you guys, all of us who have not eaten any carbohydrates for going on a week now, you are in you are in ketosis, right? Your body is producing ketones, and you are using that for fuel, right? You're using burning fat for fuel. This stuff right here is very, very quickly and easily turned into ketones, right? Freaking rocket fuel on zero carb. I'm gonna use this. Its original use is in the original bulletproof coffee, right? Tablespoon of this, tablespoon of butter, whipped up in your coffee. I may or may not do that this week, but I'll probably use this in my coconut butter, as well as the recipe I'm gonna tell you about at the end. Okay, I think that's it for my coconut stuff. Next is, no. So I forgot to mention. So this is just an example of coconut milk in a can. So when I open this up, again, only 2 ingredients here, coconut cream and water. This is going to be separated. So there's going to be a thick, hard cream sitting on the top of this can and basically water down below. For some reason, this does not separate quite as much as this. Don't know why. This will also get used in my recipe to come. Maybe you'll start to piece that together. Okay, we'll go ingredient number 2 here. Olives. I really enjoy olives. I like cheap canned olives. These here. I like fancy olives. Stuff like these. I might go pick up, speak of the devil. I think that's what this is. Yeah, might go pick up a big jar of Kalamata olives. Costco's got a great deal on those. Other fancy olives here from Natural Grocers. Honestly, I got these at Walmart when I went to get the coconut milk. Those are from Walmart. Obviously, Natural Grocers here. I love me some olives. Again, great to pair with my leaner beef for meals or easy snacking things. All right, last category here. Cacao, cocoa. So the options are basically baker's chocolate. Okay, so this is 100% cocoa, single ingredient, right? The only thing in here is chocolate formed into a bar. Okay, if you've never had this before, prepare yourself. It is not sweet. Okay, but coming from just meat, I think you might enjoy it. Then we've got a different form. Okay, cacao nibs. These little guys are little crunchy, joyful things that you can sink your teeth into this week. Probably the crunchiest thing, other than a nicely seared crust on your steak. That's just going to be a nice crunch for you. Where did it go? In yet another form, we've got some chocolate chips. Again, one ingredient, organic cacao beans. These are good, like freezing them and having a little chocolate chip snack there. And then probably the last form of that I'll use is cocoa powder. And I guess I'll just get into it. So I'm going to use a cocoa powder because probably right now after I do this, I'm going to prep some ice cream. Okay, those of you that can do the heavy cream and milk, you can probably do more justice to this than I can, but I've definitely got enough ingredients here to make a non-sweetened ice cream. So I'm going to take this coconut cream. I'm going to use some egg yolks. I will mix in some of the cocoa powder and a little bit of butter and a little bit of this oil. And I'll put some collagen in there because this is basically just going to be a friggin' fat bomb. I'll put some collagen in there for balancing out the macros, as well as it'll aid in the consistency a little bit. The cocoa powder, like I said, that's probably about it. Normally, if I was doing this, I might add like vanilla and some stevia to sweeten it up a little bit. But basically, we've got a fancy Ninja Creamy thing, but you can do this without that. You can do it with a regular ice cream maker. So I'm gonna blend all that crap up, pour it into a little container, freeze it solid, and then after I whip all that up, I'll do some little mix-ins with the nibs, maybe some chocolate chips, maybe some flakes. Man, I'm going to do that Sunday night, and I'm really looking forward to that. You eaten anything other than meat all week, Keller? No, you haven't eaten anything other than meat, or no? No, only meat. No, Keller's not participating. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. I mean, yeah, you guys who are doing dairy, cheese on your meat, cheese as a snack, dude. Some of my other family members, they do eat dairy. So shout out to Haley for the raw milk. Costco has a raw sheep's cheese or sheep's what do they call it? So so Parmigiano Reggiano is like the raw cow's milk, but then there's a I don't know what the name of it is, but it's basically the sheep cheese version of Reggiano that they've got there, and it's phenomenal. I'll have a little bit of that every now and then. But Natural Grocers has some good raw cheeses. Fresh Time probably the same. But yeah, cream in your coffee, just freaking drink a glass of milk. Jason's gonna be putting some cocoa powder in his milk. And then avocados, right? So that goes well with lots of stuff. You can do some crazy things with just cocoa powder and mashing up an avocado. People do that stuff. Generally, they sweeten that, so I don't know how it would be unsweetened. But yeah, really opening the floodgates quite a bit here with just a handful of ingredients. Okay, I think that's all for today.